Hi guys, welcome to Chris Ryan Golf. We're at the Belfry again today. We're on the Brabazon course, 4th hole, and we're going to talk about how to deal with this situation. So we're talking fairway bunker shots. I've got a good distance to go here. I've probably got a good 185 yards to that green, but I'm stuck in the fairway bunker. So we're going to go through a couple of things that we need to do in order for us to strike the ball correctly and get the desired distance. This is a shot which we see lots of golfers struggle with. We often see too much sand before the ball, which gives normally a straight shot, but nowhere near the distance we require. We normally only get to advance that ball 60, 70 yards, and we don't really deal with the situation as well as we could. So the key thing here is the contact. We need to make good contact. We need to hit the ball before we hit the sand. Now, if we're talking contacts, slightly thin, so slightly towards the bottom of the golf club, is going to be much better than slightly heavy. So slightly heavy being the ground early. So we are almost trying to catch this a little bit thin. If we can do that, that's only going to give us about 5 to 10 yards less distance. If we hit the sand too early, that's going to cost us probably at least 50% of distance, if not a little bit more. So there's a couple of things that we're going to do in the setup, and a couple of things that we're going to do in the swing, which are going to mean that hopefully we get that ball first. So the first thing would be, we want to set the feet well into the sand, okay? The sand is loose. So if we start to make full swings at 80, 90 mile an hour, there's a decent chance that our feet can slip in the sand and that can compromise our ability to strike it. So the first thing would be, really get those feet set into the sand, okay? So make sure, to get myself aligned correctly, make sure we get a good solid base. Now, because I've gone down in the sand, I want to go down the handlebar a little bit, only by about half an inch, not too much, but that just sort of neutralises the fact that I've got myself a little bit lower in the bunker. So set the feet in, go down the handle a little bit. Now, we also want to play the ball a little bit further towards your back foot than you normally would for that golf club. I've got a 5-iron here, so for me a 5-iron would be almost 2/3 forward, but for this particular shot here I've got it much closer to the middle. And in the setup as well, I want to feel like I set a little bit more weight into my lead leg. Okay, so for me, that's my left leg. I'm trying to feel about 60, maybe even 65% of weight into that lead leg. So some key points in the setup there. We've got feet in, choke down the golf club a little bit more, ball slightly further back and weight a little bit more left. That's the starting position. Once you've got that correct, we can then start to think about the golf swing that we need from there. We want to make a golf swing which is certainly less than 100% power. We don't want to try and hit this ball as hard as we can. We want to take a little bit of power off and really focus on getting the strike correct. So what that does for me is it means I need to take a little bit more club. So for this distance out the fairway, I've been maybe looking at a 6-iron. I've chosen a 5-iron here. That's going to mean I swing a little bit easier. The second point we want to do is we want to really make sure we stay over the golf ball. We don't want to move off the ball at all. That's going to increase the chances of hitting the sand first. And as I said, that's not really what we want. So with that weight being a little bit more on the lead leg, I want to try and feel I make my backswing and I stay a lot more over that golf ball. So I still feel a little bit more weight on my lead leg. And then from there, I'm going to make a good swing on the way through and still feel like I finish very much towards the target. If we do those things, we should be able to make clean contact and we should be able to get the distance that we desire. If we don't get perfect contact, it should be a little bit thin. And as I said, that's going to be absolutely fine for this shot. So let me go ahead and hit one. So it's about 180 yards, maybe just a bit more. I've got a 5-iron, so I'm going to go through all those setup points that we mentioned, and hopefully I can get this ball somewhere near the green. Okay, so hopefully that sort of gave you a bit more of an insight into how we're going to play these bunker shots, what we're looking to try and do, and how to deal with that situation. If we can deal with that situation better, we can hopefully get the ball much closer to the flag, and if we can do that, we can hopefully walk off with a par, maybe even give ourselves a birdie chance. So thanks for watching the video, guys. If you liked it, then please click the like button below. If you've got any questions or any comments, pop those in the box below, and if you haven't done already, please subscribe to my channel. These videos are going up weekly, different content, different topics, hopefully going to help you play some better golf, hit some better shots, and shoot some lower scores. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again soon.